Leos, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, and we're going to see how November 2022 is going to play out for you guys, okay? Any information that you need to get a personal will be listed below on my website. You guys can sign up for my email list where you guys will get daily horoscopes from me. This is something new that I'm going to be offering to my people on my email list, as well as the discounts and email updates and everything. So definitely join my email list if you are interested in that. And if you want to join my Patreon as well for extended readings, check out the information listed below as well for that. And let's jump into your reading. Let's just get into it, okay? What is the energy around my Leos for November? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, and then towards the end, well, we can actually pull the cards now. We're going to pull two overall theme cards. Leos, overall theme around them. Overall theme around Leos for November. Okay, so we have Mountains and Firefly. We're going to pull two advice cards for you. Two advice cards for my Leos. We have the third chakra. And we have Woman Holding a Coin and also Door to Romance. I was only going to pull two, but we got three that came up. And then we'll pull three Romance Angel cards. Okay. So let's get into it now that we have all the cards laid out. So let's actually look at the tarot cards first. We have Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Prince of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so interesting energy right off the bat. I'm noticing that there's a lot of cup energy here. So a lot of emotions are at stake going into the month of November. I think that there's a lot of emotional situations or things that could be triggering certain emotions to come up. So interesting. And then Nine of Swords being in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. Definitely do want to be cautious of what you're doing at the end of the day. Excuse me if I can talk. This is like making sure you're staying on top of a sleep schedule, that you're not like while trying to get rest letting your mind wander, especially into dark places. This is also letting anxiety get the best of you just as a whole. You want to be very aware of that. I feel like also certain anxieties or certain fears could be clearing up, but there may be a need for you guys to be aware of what's draining your energy or what's putting you into a space of thinking really hard or in a space of depression almost. Okay, so going into the cards that we have here, though, personal theme, I do have the Page of Cups. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're tapping into a level of creativity. There could be a lot of things that you want to do coming into this month that you've already had your eyes set on maybe pursuing previously, but now this month may be giving you a different level of motivation or push to really put yourself out there. You may be also finding yourself really interested in someone. This could be somebody who you have a very playful relationship with, somebody you could be like texting back and forth with, trying to get to know, especially if you are a single Leo. There could be somebody who you're starting to develop a level of puppy love for or a sense of interest in. If not you, somebody else could be developing some sort of crush towards you. But overall, I think that the theme is about you guys tapping into creativity and then you guys exploring where some sort of romantic connection could go. Even if this isn't like a new connection, you could be trying to explore where your already existing connection could be, like where it's headed, more so. But anywho, when it comes to career, I have the Page of Swords. So I feel like you guys definitely want to explore some sort of new ideas, especially if you want some sort of shift or change in your career, or you guys just feel drawn to maybe learning some sort of new skill or exploring new sets of interests or hobbies. Like some of you could be wondering if it's possible for you to turn a hobby into something that you do full time career wise. You could also be exploring other job opportunities. Like maybe you work at a job where you're not making as much as you want to make, or you're interested in maybe leveling up in your career. This is you like doing the research, like trying to get the proper information to maybe start going to school to become a doctor or become something different in your career in a sense. Okay. Also, this is like you guys realizing that maybe you want to branch out and maybe add certain skills to a business. Like maybe you're a business owner and you could be realizing that in order for you to make the money you want to make, you may need to add new ways of like presenting your business or adding on to what you already know. Anywho, when it comes to love, I have the Two of Pentacles. And with this, I think that you guys may be in a space of trying to make up your mind. There could be this up and down energy between you and a love interest, like an existing connection, you and your person. You could have moments where things are good, and then when things aren't good, they're bad, like really bad. So there could be a need for you guys to balance out some sort of relationship, the topsy-turvy energy that could be going on at times. I also get the sense too, you could be going back and forth about whether or not you should be single, if you should just more so focus on your finances, or maybe open up to love, especially if you've dealt with some very strange events in that arena. You could be wondering if this is a sign that you should just maybe stop dating for a little bit. I also feel like too, you could have two love interests that you may have to make up your mind about, especially if this has something to do with like an ex and a newer person. You could be having to make up your mind of whether or not you're going to date a past person or a new person. Now, when it comes to the possible challenge, I do have the Three of Cups. So this could be some sort of friendship that you have around you. Maybe you have certain friends that you don't feel like are genuinely your friends and you're kind of side-eyeing them. Maybe you're not having enough time to like relax and chill this month like how you would like to. Maybe it's hard for you to also just relax and have fun because there could be so much on your mind or so much stuff that you have to, like I said, get done. Some of you guys also, expectations could be really, really high. Like maybe you set certain goals coming into this month, and this is you guys need to make sure that you're like more so being practical in your approach instead of you putting too much expectation onto yourself, almost in a sense. But yeah, also this could just be certain people that you have around you. This is being careful of the company that you keep in the month of November as well. Now, what I see for the advice, Ace of Cups, there's a need for you guys to pour into yourself in terms of your emotional health. This is also making sure as well in the arena of love that you're dating people who are able to reciprocate the amount of outpouring love that you give out, or it's going to feel like you're just being taken from energy wise. There's definitely a need for you guys to also make sure you're not acting off of emotion during this time frame either. Being triggered by emotion and then making decisions in those moments, you really want to shy away from doing this. Now, what you may not be seeing coming into the month of November, I have the Ace of Wands. So there's definitely a need for you guys to be aware of your actions and understand how cause and effect is at play in terms of your actions. You do this and then this is going to be the effect, whether it's immediate, whether it takes a couple of months to catch up. Understand that your actions cause a chain reaction, and that's always going to be a fact. Also, with the Ace of Wands, there's definitely a need for you guys to tap into a level of motivation and keeping yourself focused, especially in moments where you guys kind of lose sight of what you're doing certain things for. Okay, and you also need to be aware of other people's motivations, their intentions, and pay attention to other people's actions and not just words during this time frame. Now, when it comes to what you need to avoid, I have the Page of Wands. So this is allowing irritation to get the best of you. You want to also avoid, how do I say this? You want to avoid maybe letting certain people take you out of your character, or like, because I'm getting a sense of huge irritation. So be careful of certain people who you know who take you there, or know how to like press your buttons and you allow them to. This is also being like restrictive in the way that you kind of see your situation. So when I say this creatively, maybe you're like thinking too small. This is needing to think bigger. So avoid like just thinking really, really small. This is also like not being consistent in your efforts. So if you do feel inspired to maybe start some sort of new business or some sort of workout regimen or health journey or something new this month, try to be consistent in that. You want to be careful of like starting something and then not following through, is basically what I'm getting with that energy. But last card that's going to represent the outcome, I do have the Two of Cups. So there could be a huge focus on your connections, the relationships in your life, relationship with the mother, relationship with your child, person you have a child with, a boss, romantic relationship, just relationships as a whole. I feel like also too, you could be realizing who is genuinely your soul tribe, who's genuinely in your corner and who's not. You could also be trying to reinforce a level of stability around your relationship as well, your romantic relationship. And some of you guys could be in a more serious relationship with someone who you start to develop a connection with coming into the month, towards the end. But okay. Now let's actually look at the oracle cards. So we have, let me move this really quick. So we have mountains and firefly here. So I think that there's certain obstacles that you guys are going to be overcoming, mainly because there becomes this curiosity of what's on the other side of certain challenges you've been experiencing. So for example, if you've been in a very challenging relationship, you may find yourself this month deciding, you know what, I wonder what's on the other side of this challenging relationship, and let me go out there and find out. Same thing career-wise. Maybe you feel like you've been experiencing certain issues in your career, and maybe you take this as like a green light to maybe pursue something different, something that you more so have been wondering if you would be successful at, or maybe a golden opportunity for you. And then in terms of advice cards, I have the third chakra, we have woman holding a coin in reverse, and we have door to romance. So there's definitely a need for you guys to balance out your third chakra. But I'm getting the sense too, you want to make sure that you're not making money a huge primary focus during this time frame. I mean, it's good to have your priorities in order, and I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying you want to make sure that it's deeper, or your focus is deeper than just your financial circumstance. And for a lot of you too, you just want to be aware of how money is going out. Okay, I'm also getting the sense that the heart chakra needs to be tuned into as well. There's a lot of matters dealing with your heart chakra, dealing with connecting with other people that you guys may have to address. And you guys need to make sure that just emotionally you guys are tempered. Okay, I'm surprised the temperance card didn't come out. But looking at the romance angel cards here as well, we have romantic feelings. This could be the one, and codependency in reverse. So yes, I get this energy that you and someone, you guys have like a bond that's like unexplainable. You can't really pin your finger on exactly what draws you to this particular person, but you could feel this like soul connection to someone. And you could be wondering if this person is genuinely the one for you, or if this is just an infatuation, especially if this is newer. If this is a connection that's been around, it just feels like, is this the real thing? Is this as stable as I thought it was? Do I need to let this go? There's a lot of questioning around this connection. And during this month, there could be a lot of indications on whether or not you should stay or go, if that's the questioning you could be having. Okay. For a lot of you too, for my singles, I feel like you guys are ready to fall in love again, like with someone new. And you could be finally in a space of releasing some sort of codependent attachment to a previous connection, or just the experience itself, leaning on it too much and letting that be crippling in terms of you being able to meet someone new. So for a lot of you, for my singles, you are ready to fall in love again. And some of you could be finding yourself really interested in someone already. But these are the energies that I see for November, Leos. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, definitely thumbs up the video, subscribe. Definitely subscribe to my email list on my website as well if you like other horoscopes from me. I'm going to be doing daily horoscopes on there, so definitely join, and I will see you later.